Awesome. So welcome everybody. I'm super excited to get this Instagram training to you guys. Now, I have been doing Instagram for a little over a year, and I have acquired 10.7 followers, real followers in the last year. And a lot of those I actually acquired within the last 6 months. And what I've done is I've kind of done a whole trial and error thing, figuring out what's working, what's not working. And I'm super excited to share with you all today. So first things first, what we're going to talk about is your actual Instagram profile. So I hope all of you guys are on a computer. If not, that's okay. Just go back and look at this later. But I want you all to pull up your Instagram profiles and take a look at it with me. So the first thing you need to be looking for is your profile picture, a picture of your face smiling. Is it close up? That's what you really want to have. If you have a picture of a cat or a dog or an it works symbol or anything else, or even you far away, you want to go ahead and change that profile picture to a picture of you smiling. Yes. So like Tina's right there. That's a great profile picture. I actually really do love that picture. Okay. Now, another thing, I have switched my Instagram profile to business. And the reason why I did that is because it has a contact form on it so that your followers can get in touch with you. They can get to your website very easily. And then when you share something from your Instagram to your Facebook, it's going to populate to your your Facebook fan page. So that's very important. So another thing about your profile, what do you have in your bio? What does it say about you? With your bio, for mine, it says ENFP, dreamer, Southern. This Instagram is dedicated to all things that inspire me. So if you have It Works Distributor or It Works Triple Diamond or business owner or any of these other things, you might want to go ahead and take those off. That used to work, about a year or two ago, but now since Instagram has had so many It Works distributors come across over the last year or two, people aren't really going to follow you if your bio is not, appeasing, and people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So, when they look at your Instagram profile, they want to know who you are. They want to know what you like. They want to know who Jolie is, or Tina is, or Donnie is, or Stevie is. So any of your likes, I actually used to have a bunch of emojis on mine. It said fashion, then I had a little heel, then it said makeup, then I had the little lipstick, and I actually linked it to my Facebook profile for the website. But again, so you want to look at your Facebook or your Instagram profile and just make sure that it doesn't scream It Works. It talks about you because this is your Instagram page, and it's something that you guys want to be, I guess, just really into your personal life with that so that people can relate to you. The second thing that I want to suggest to you guys is if you do put it to a business Instagram, you can actually put your phone number on there. And if you're like me, I like to put my regular phone number like on my Blitz cards, but when I'm doing social media or just giving out my phone number over the interwebs, I actually got a Google Voice number. So that is what I use so that I can give my phone number out freely, and I'm not going to have to worry about a bunch of riffraff or spam or whatever. So all you do is you download the Google Voice app. And, you can even pick your number on there if you wanted to. I picked a completely separate area code than what my area code is. And so if you guys download that Google Voice, get your phone number, you can actually put that on your Instagram profile as well. So another thing about your Instagram profile, if you do the business, it's not going to be private anymore. So one thing a presidential diamond shared with me a couple years ago is erase your Instagram graphic or your It Works graphics or your really hardcore selfies with your supplements in about 24 hours. Because when someone goes to your profile, if it is flooded with It Works, while we do love It Works and we want people to know that we do It Works, they don't really accept a lot of people or follow a lot of people that just has nothing but It Works. Because when they look at your profile and it's nothing but It Works, then, that tells them that, hey, if I follow this person, all I'm going to see is It Works posts. So I always delete mine 24 hours after I post them. It's kind of optional. It's up to you. Sometimes I keep my true lifestyle posts that don't have products in them and I'm just talking about the business. I won't erase those, but you just want to make sure that when someone's looking at your profile, it's not going to bombard them with a whole lot of It Works. Because again, people buy why you do something, not what you do. People want to know who you are and what you have to bring to the table. So I would just kind of look through your profile and just kind of erase those graphics. Now, with that being said, you can reuse those same graphics. You can reuse that same verbiage. You can reuse those same selfies and all of that jazz because you're going to be erasing them. So you could actually post the same one daily, if not, every couple of hours if you wanted to, if you're deleting them as well. So that's just what I do. I found that it works a lot better for me when people look at my profile and they don't see that I am just going to bombard them with It Works. Okay, so speaking of posts, I definitely want to encourage you all to, if you are going to post an It Works post, can you just make it about you and your life instead of a graphic? Now, I will say that graphics are a lot better on Instagram than they are on Facebook. They truly, truly are. So just make sure you're deleting them in about 24 hours. But if you can keep from doing the graphics, that's going to get you a lot more likes and a lot more exposure than if you just did hey, buy this for $99. It could be you holding up a picture of a box of wraps and say, hey, make a $200 return on your $99 investment. Ask me how. Instead of a graphic that says, join my team for $99, get $200 in return. Unless it's one of those cute lay flat, which is, the girl holding the Starbucks with her socks and then her computer is there or whatever. People do like those on Instagram. And I really encourage you guys to, find people that you like and kind of mimic what they're doing, because that's what I've been doing. And I found a lot of great people who are in It Works and who are not in It Works that I've been kind of mimicking what they've been doing, and it's been working for me. So again, so just a recap, 0 It Works to the onlooker. You definitely want to erase those It Works posts every 24 hours. But again, you can redo them every 24 hours if you would like. You can even post multiple times a day. Just make sure that when someone's looking at your profile as a whole, it just doesn't scream a whole lot of It Works. Okay, so the way that I like to do my posting on Instagram, depending on what type of day it is, depending on what the traffic is, and when you become a business Instagram, you'll get insights and be able to see when your followers are on and how, what type of days or what type of times on the day that they are actually going to be online. So you'll know when to post and when they're going to be boosted up. So I either do a 3-to-1 or a 5-to-1. Again, it depends on the day. So I'm going to post 3 regular posts per 1 It Works business or lifestyle post. If it's a busy day, I'm going to do 5 regular posts to 1 Instagram or It Works post. And again, you're going to have to figure out what works best for you and your Instagram followers and that type of thing. As you go on, you'll figure out, okay, well, it's better if I post 4-to-1, or if it's better if I do 2-to-1. That is going to be solely up to you, but this is just what I do. And I always like to base it on the F's of Instagram for posting. And that's friendship, fashion, fun, food, your favorites. So that's kind of what I keep in my mind whenever I'm posting. Okay, well, you know, they love fashion, so I'm going to post fashion. And the next one's going to be freedom. Okay, I'm going to post a travel. You know, I'm going here, I'm going to the beach. You know, family, they want to see a picture of your family. Friendship, freedom, food, what you just ate. And sprinkled in all of those posts, you're going to be putting your It Works posts. So people are just not getting bombarded with your It Works stuff. So when I'm looking for things to post for lifestyle, whether that's food or friendship or freedom with the travel, I actually go to Pinterest. And Pinterest has been my really best friend as an Instagrammer, because you can go to Pinterest, you can literally search for anything, whether that's food, fashion, you know, travel, whatever it is. And I'll just sit once a week and I'll go through Pinterest and I will just download all types of different pictures to my phone, so that when I'm going to go post, I'm making sure family, fun, friendship, freedom, It Works. Friendship, freedom, fashion, It Works. And so I already have those pictures available to me. But you can also go to Google. You can find lots of pictures on Google. But the things that really work the best for Instagram are the F's. So again, food, fun, friendship, fashion, family, freedom, your favorites, that types of things. Now, I will say that I have used what is it called when is it like a short key on your keyboard? I type like THE and then it populates something. What is that called? A shortcut. Is that what it's called? A shortcut? So
yeah, keyboard shortcut.
Okay, keyboard shortcut. So what I do, and what you guys may find that's helpful, is that once a week or twice a week, I'll go to my notes field on my phone and I'll just type out my posts. I'll type them all out, what I'm going to do, kind of think about what I'm going to do for my week. And then I will actually input them into my shortcuts on my keyboard, so that when I press 3 buttons, that whole thing's going to populate. And since you're going to be using a lot of the same verbiage with a lot of the same posts, each one is going to be a really great one for you to put on those shortcuts. I have one for the hair, skin, and nails. I have one for the skinny wraps. I have one for the business and all of that jazz too. So shortcuts on your keyboard, that's really going to help you a lot, especially if time is, you know, a restraint. So also with posting, tags. Okay, so a lot of people like tags, a lot of people don't like tags. I say when you're starting out your Instagram, use tags, because that's going to make you be exposed to different people in different areas. And if they see your tag, then they can add you from that tag. I, however, do not use tags myself, but what's really cool is when you use a tag, it's there forever. So you can have 30 hashtags per post. If you use more than 30, it will kick your I guess your little verbiage off or whatever. So make sure you're not having any more than 30 tags per post. And if you guys got the downloads from the apps, Tag-O-Matic is amazing. I love that app because you can literally go in, search. You can search home, fashion, food, business, mommies, whatever it is, and it's going to pull up all the popular hashtags from that one hashtag that you searched for. And so you can take all those hashtags, put them in your notes field, make a shortcut out of that. So when you post something, you upload your picture, you press your 3 keys, it populates your post, you press another 3 keys, it populates your hashtags, boom, click, send. You have uploaded an Instagram post in 2 seconds flat. I highly recommend that. Okay, so now still thinking about our Instagram profile, what would you say a theme is? Well, when you think about themes, okay, it's something that kind of goes together. It's kind of flowy. When you're looking at someone's profile, you guys that have been on Instagram, you have probably seen where some people have white blocks, white frames around every single one of their pictures. That's a theme. You may see where, like mine, I have more of a dark theme. So all of my pictures are more dark. You might see somebody like Alyssa Belio who has a light theme. So all of her pictures are completely light. So you make sure that you have a rhyme or reason to your posts. If you are posting something that's a little bit darker, kind of make all your posts a little bit dark. If you're posting something that's a little bit lighter, make all of your posts a little bit lighter so that when someone looks at your profile, it's appeasing to the eye and they're not having to go here, go there and kind of look around. It's not making their eyes look at one post over another. It's just all uniform. So that's one thing that I've tried to do with mine. And again, I use more of a dark theme. But if you guys want to use the white frame, which a lot of people use that do blogs, a lot of professionals use the white frames. All you would do is you would post your photo. When you click the filter for your photo, there's a little box beside the little bar that, does the filter. And if you press that box, it comes up with a white frame. And I think some of them are a little bit different. You'll have to see. There's also different apps that you can do to get that white frame. But just make sure that your profile is appeasing to the eye. It doesn't scream it works. It's about you. It's you, a picture of your face smiling on your profile, and that your little bio is something that is about you. Okay, and also wanted to add that the geotags are amazing on Instagram as well. So what a geotag is when you post a photo and it says add location. You're going to tag yourself in a location, wherever that is. I would say do it to every single photo, because not only are the hashtags going to populate you where more people can see you, but also the location. So any person that visits the geotag or any person that visits the hashtag, they're going to see your photo. Plus, when you're looking for people to follow, you can visit those geotags that you've tagged yourself in or the hashtags that you've tagged yourself in, and you can find other people that have also tagged themselves there, because that's going to be your like-minded people. Instagram loves selfies. I get more likes on a selfie than I get on any other thing, period. And after looking at so many different profiles over the year, people love selfies. That's what Instagram's about. Food, fashion, fun, selfies. So get your camera ready, guys. And even if you have to have your own little mini photo shoot once a week, and you go and you put your makeup on and you change your outfit a bunch of times and you take a bunch of different pictures in a bunch of different locations, just have that. You want to make sure that you're doing everything efficiently. So, going ahead and finding all your pictures from Instagram or from Pinterest, finding all your pictures that you're going to have with your selfies, all your photos with, your products or whatever. You could actually get that done in one day and you'll have pictures for a month. So I definitely recommend that as well. So that's what I do. I have little mini photo shoots with myself at least twice a week, because that's what people like. Okay, so that's all I'm going to cover as far as like the profile goes. Now I want to get into the nitty gritty of gaining followers. So my rule of thumb is I do not add It Works distributors to my profile. And as soon as I see somebody that has added me that is an It Works distributor or has liked a post or has commented on a post, I'm just going to go ahead and block them. No rhyme or reason. It's not personal. It's just business. Even if they're my best friend, they're not going to be on my Instagram profile. I'm just not going to do that, because I don't want one of my followers looking at a comment or on my likes of my pictures and finding different It Works distributors from those posts. It's just not going to happen. I work way too hard for that to happen. And even though those It Works distributors probably aren't poaching your people, or they're not really thinking that, you know, they're going to add your followers or whatever, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So be picky with who you allow to follow you and who you follow. I do not follow people that do not have a smiling picture of themselves on their profile. I do not add people who just have emojis as a profile picture. I do not add people that have a dog or a cat. Non-human, so 0 non-human profile pictures. I personally look for just women who are smiling in their profile picture, because I know A, they care enough about it to actually put a picture of themselves up. B, I know they're real. I know they're not like some weirdo that doesn't have like any friends or whatever, and they're just like going to come stalk you or whatnot. So I just kind of go away from that. So when you are adding people, you definitely have to do it fast. Sorry, my dog's barking. I don't know why. You want to do it fast. So I know sometimes you'll look at somebody's profile, then you get to looking through their stuff and all that jazz. You're not going to do that, because this is a business. This isn't really going to be leisure. This is for you to gain people. So what I like to do is I will go through my friends list, and then I'll go through their friends lists, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And I will show you this whenever, you know, we stop this recording of how I actually do it. But you can search hashtags, friends of friends, pages like Cosmopolitan, Lancome, you know, all of these different magazines and stuff, or clothing lines. And I will literally just go to their followers, and I will fix my eye on the left side of the screen where I'm looking at the profile pictures, place my thumb on the right of my phone, and I am methodically just going through making sure that I'm hitting all of the smiling women. And I'm just doing that over and over and over again. I'm not checking to see if they're It Works distributors. I'm not checking to see if they're cool or whatever. I'm not doing any of that. My goal right then and there is to follow a bunch of people, because the way that Instagram works is the more people you follow, the more people follow you. I don't really know why it's that way, but I assure you that is how Instagram works. So the more people you follow, the more follow you. The more you like someone's page or someone's post, the more they'll like your stuff. That's just the way that it is. Now, when I'm adding people and they follow me back, that is when I look at them. That's when I go through their profile. So I just spent, you know, an hour following a bunch of people. Now they're starting to follow me back. So when they follow me back, I look at their profile. I'm making sure that they're not a It Works distributor. I'm making sure that their profile is not a bunch of memes or a bunch of nonsense. I'm making sure that I'm seeing family, fun, friendships, fashion, food. I'm making sure that that person is like me, real. Their pictures, I can see them. And of course, if they're not any of my qualifications, I unfollow them, and I still let them follow me. So they probably will unfollow you, but at least you'll have a follower for a little while, right? But I will unfollow them. Anybody under 18, I'm going to follow them, unfollow them. Any guys, I'm going to unfollow them. Anybody in another networking company, I'm going to unfollow them. And of course, if they aren't It Works or another direct sales company, you will block them. That's what I do. So another way that you can find followers is by going to the geotags. So what you'll want to do is go to the little search, scroll all the way over, click location, click near location, and all of these different things around you is going to pull up. So I have a little rhyme and reason when I'm doing that as well. I'm not going to click on the dentist. I'm not going to click on, I don't know, I'm not going to click on the wallpaper guy. I'm going to find people or places that have to do with what I like. So massage places, even food places, restaurants, you know, things like that. Click on all those. And when that populates, you're going to see all the pictures of all the people that tag themselves there. And so I just click on the first picture and I start scrolling through. Again, when I'm adding people, I'm not having a rhyme or reason. I'm just adding them. So every female I see, I'm just clicking that follow, 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 follow. And again, looking at their profile when they add me back. And then, of course, doing that with your actual hashtags as well. So that's one way that I like to find followers. And when they follow me back, this is extremely important. I'm going to make sure that I'm liking at least 4 of their pictures and commenting on 1. Now, sometimes just to make it look like I've looked through their profile, I'll like a couple pictures and then I'll just hit the screen and have it scroll down a little bit, and then I'll like a couple more. Hit the screen, let it scroll down a little bit more just to get to some of their older posts, and I'll comment on something like that. But if time is a restraint, just like their first 4 pictures and then comment on 1. Because again, it's follow for follow, like for like, share for share. So anything that you do to another person's profile, they're pretty much going to be doing it back to you too. Now, when you are unfollowing people, you again just want to make sure they're real. If they're not, unfollow them. If they're and it works, unfollow them. You know, one thing that I will mention is don't take it personal. I can't tell you how many times I have built a relationship with somebody on Instagram, and then for whatever reason, they unfollowed me. You know what I think about that? Oh, well, they unfollowed me. There's 10,000 more people that I get to contact every single day. One person is not going to bother me at all. So again, this is business. Just take your feelings out of it and just do what you got to do to build your Instagram following. Let's see. Now, they do have limits on Instagram on the actions that you can do. The good rule of thumb is no more than 50 likes per hour and no more than 1,000 actions per day. So you can go and you can follow 1,000 people, or you can like 1,000 people's posts, but you just want to make sure no more than 50 in that hour. Besides, Instagram will stop you temporarily from being able to do any of that stuff if you have done it. And I don't know, but this is just me. Whenever I get stopped like that, I actually turn off my Instagram profile. I log out of it, I close it out of my app, and I leave it alone for an hour because that's just what I do. So you guys can kind of do whatever you want, but I'm just like, okay, no, I'm done with this. I'm going to log out. I'm done Instagram, and then I'll go back in a couple hours and just repeat the process. Okay, and then that is all as far as, let me make sure, as far as the notes that I have. Let me make sure. Yeah, everything else is just the apps. So, Tina, we are done with the recording. So I want to say thank you all for listening to me.